everyone. We are back with James Lester's Express Lane NFL Power Rankings. This may very well be the hardest week yet. The Chiefs win in overtime, barely. Again, it was an overtime win against the Ravens. The Ravens lost to the Browns, people. The Rams lose, but to a playoff team, the Bears. The Bears. The Saints bounce back and beat the team that gave them their first loss in the season. The Patriots lose, but in Miami, where Tom Brady's now like 7-10. Texans lose, but to a Colts that they had a little bit of a stumble last week, but been on fire lately. The Chargers barely beat the Bungles. Just no one really dominated this week. So it'll be muddled at the top. But having to choose, we'll go with the Saints. They didn't lose. There was no overtime. Really, I feel like they're the best of the two lost teams. They had a bit of a meltdown against the Cowboys, but the Saints offense picked themselves up, put up points. As many as they should have. Probably not. Should have been an extra touchdown or two on the board, but of the two lost teams, they probably have the best defense, which is saying something because they don't have an amazing defense. But they have the offense that is more mature. Players who have been there. Players who have been to the playoffs, been to the Super Bowl, unlike the other two teams. Next, number 2. The Rams lost, but to a playoff team with a really good defense. And the Rams' defense is one of the weak points, but they kept Mitchell Trubisky in check. But they did lose, so Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes had that amazing, looking to the right, throws to the left like, 10-15 yards? It's been one of the top highlights of the weekend. Check it out if you haven't yet. It's amazing to see. Like, how he just, not even looking, completely took the defense off because he's not looking that way. And even with the loss of their star running back and their defense being weak, it almost cost them the game, but they still won in overtime. Can they get their running backs running at the same level as Hunt? Doubt it. Combined, I don't even think they had the stats that Hunt would have put up. So, just saying, next year's draft, look for them to be getting a running back. Will they be using their first seed on a running back? Yeah. There might be some free agent running backs out there for them to grab instead, but if not, expect them to grab a running back in the first or second round of the draft. Next, number 3, the Rams. The Bears are nothing to sneeze at, and a loss of them isn't as big of a deal as, say, losing to the Browns. With games against the Eagles, 49ers, and Cardinals, they should go 3-0 and clinch the second seed, if not the first, if the Saints stumble again. Next, number 4, not the Patriots. Yes, Tom Brady always loses in Miami for some reason, but that's no excuse. If you want to win big games, you got to win the small ones first. So, gonna have to give this spot to the Bears. They didn't just win a small game, they won a big game. They beat the Rams, a team that once looked unstoppable, having only lost to the Saints. The Rams looked to go 15-1 and seize the first seed. But now the Bears show up and stop their amazing offense. Greatest show on Turf 2, may not be the Godfather 2, and more like the Boondock Saints 2. Sad face. Especially if these two teams meet up again in the playoffs. Bears might do it again. They have the defense. The offense isn't as great as their defense is, but it's still one hell of an offense. Have to wait and see. Next, number 5, the Patriots. Losing Miami seems like a yearly thing for them, but it is still a huge loss and may knock them out of the first round bye. If the Texans had one, the Patriots would be sitting at the 3rd seed right now. Thankfully for them, the Colts figured out whatever issue they had last week and beat the Texans. Next, number 6, not the Texans, but the Chargers. Still suspect if they've done well before only to lose in the first round of the playoffs. The Bungles are just garbage. They don't have AJ Green anymore. He's hurt, out for the season. And yet the Chargers their defense couldn't stop an AJ Green-less Bungles team, for crying out loud. But for now, they'll be here at the number 6 seed. And I did like to see that even with their running back out for the game because of injury, that their backup pulled James Conner and went out there and put up one hell of a game. Now they just need to keep this momentum going. Next, number 7, the Texans. A slight hiccup in their road to the playoffs. The Colts, again, fixed their issue from last week and put up a ton of points. An extra drive for the Texans could have changed the course of the game, but they didn't get one. Can they get the second seed from the Patriots? Maybe. Both teams face 3 teams that are weak. Strongest threat the Patriots have are the Steelers, who couldn't even beat the fucking Raiders. And the Texans have the Eagles, I guess, is the threat coming up, but not really. Next, number 8, Cowboys. Another week with Amari Cooper, another win. Yeah, the refs seem to be paid off by Jerry Jones, but that's probably not what happened. So, still gonna have the Cowboys here. With the Colts and Giants, a team that seems to have figured out, oh, hey, the season actually started? Oh, we should probably start playing. Left in the path. They could lose 1 or 2 games. They'll still win the NFC East, but they could very well be knocked to the 4th seed no matter what they do, because especially the Colts. The Colts are on fire usually. Again, slight hiccup last week, but Colts have been one hell of a team to face this year. Next, number 9, another team you sure as hell don't want to face right now, the Seahawks. Pretty much cementing the 5th seed with this win and keeping their momentum going. Could be the team that no one want to face in the playoffs, away or home. Poor Vikings, sad face. Next, number 10, toss-up. Between the Ravens and the Colts. The Colts won, but they're still a little too chancy for me to put much faith in. The Ravens lost, but in overtime, to the Chiefs. Both teams are facing an uphill battle or 2 in the future, so we'll go with both. Sorry, can't make up my mind. Both teams deserve a playoff spot at this point. And really, for the Ravens, it could come from winning the AFC North if the Steelers keep sucking like this. Now, teams that are bouncing back, really, it's a little too late for anyone. Dolphins might have fit here if this was earlier in the year, but it's a game they tend to win no matter what, every year for some reason. And it took a last-second trick play for them to win. It's just, it's too late for them to bounce back. And teams that still can, again, case of too little too late here. Technically, the Vikings are still the 6th seed, just from random luck of every other team around them losing. But with the Bears Week 17 looming ahead of them, if they get the 6th seed, Bears are going to be the 3rd seed. So they'll be playing them at home Week 17, then going to Soldier Field for the wild card round. Can they make it past wild card round? When they fire on all cylinders, they do great. They beat the Jimmy G 49ers. Jimmy G was undefeated until he lost to them. And then they lose to the Bills. Anyways, rip section here. Hugh Jackson. He took not 1, but 2 teams in the AFC North to last place in the same season. Amazing job. How? He had the Browns in last place. Gets fired. Goes to the Bungles. Now the Bungles are in last place. He did it to 2 different teams in the same division in 1 year. Expect him to get his ass fired. I don't know what the hell the Bungles were thinking hiring him in the first place. Anyways, what do you guys think? As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.